Hello and welcome everybody to the final recap show for America's, the Aegis Esports America's Playoffs Bracket Show. I'm here as Headmaster Red, your commissioner, and our Lord Director Hirsch is here. How's it going, Hirsch?
It's going good, Red. How about you?
Doing wonderful. I'm doing wonderful. But it's not just us two here. We have quite a clown show here, I would say. Peanut Gallery. So let's go ahead and introduce each one of them one by one, starting in alphabetical order. From Broken Wombats, Cameron Hanzo. Cameron Hanzo, how's it going?
What's up, guys? I'm going great. I just finished class. Come down to do this, and after this, I'm gonna go to class again.
Okay, great. Next, we have Targon's Valley Dragon. How's it going, Dragon?
Going good. Ready for some marbles. Ready to hopefully defy the odds here, as we have defied the odds of getting first in our group. We're gonna have a fun time.
Okay, great. Next, we have Any Amor from Omega Lol CE. How's it going?
Yeah, pretty good. Just bozoing it up because like you said, we're clowns, so just doing all my circus stuff before I get into the show.
That absolutely checks out. Goddraw from
Days.
TKG. How's it going?
Pretty good. I'm happy to be on this show again. You guys are fun.
Okay, great. And last, but definitely not least, our special guest host for the marbles portion from Church of Tempo, Seabass. How's it going?
Yo, what's up? Going pretty good.
Great. So, guys, how did we feel about this season so far? I mean, obviously you're all feeling great because you made playoffs, but was it difficult and was it fun?
It's definitely different from the ones before. It's a new experience. Overall, I still like it. Hopefully, the next one will be as good as this one.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like groups was pretty lackluster, unlike the other seasons. So there wasn't really much excitement, but this is kind of where the excitement starts. So yeah, I'm pretty glad for playoffs to happen.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, the fact that there were smaller groups was like a little weird because you keep playing the same people again and again, and the out of groups also felt weird. But overall, a great experience.
Great.
Yeah, I had an amazing time this season. I got to really bond with my team. We had some really good strats. We got much better as the season progressed, and I think I'm feeling pretty confident about our chances coming into playoffs.
Okay, very cool. This we have a little twist. A secret villain has just now popped up. Welcome, Shadox. How's it going, Shadox from Beautiful Gamers?
You're muted.
It's not day for Shadox yet. It's always day for us.
It's like my work.
Welcome, Shadox. How's it going?
It's going. Did we start?
Yeah, we
Here's the marbles.
started.
I'm only here for marbles. I don't care about anything else.
Oh, okay.
You are alive.
Well, then you might want to come back later because Marvels isn't for a little bit. Yeah. No.
Why would I talk to these losers?
We were all just talking about how great the season was. Shadox, do you have any opinions on that?
Yeah, it was great, fun, amazing.
Perfect. You're so eloquent and verbose today.
I am. Thank you. I mean, it was a great season held by my favorite organizer, and hopefully they can pay me more when I win again.
Okay. Perfect. You've never missed the money, have you? Now that I think about it.
Nope.
Well, that's crazy. All right. Well, we have a bunch of people here. Let's just quickly go over the standings. We'll go into an explainer, and then we'll get to the good parts so, Shadox can leave afterwards, I guess. So coming out of Group 1, we have TA Boomers and Shikate taking the playoff spots. Is anybody surprised by this?
I was holding out some hope for the boys in TKG, but I have to say this result isn't the most surprising. These teams were like on top for a while, and it looks like they were clear favorites to get out of their group.
Okay, perfect. I think Goddraw, there's an echo coming through your mic.
Oh, sorry, I'll mute.
It's okay. Next up, Group 2, we have TKG and TA Discipline. So, our representative from TKG, Goddraw here. How did you feel about this group, and are you surprised by who got out?
Yeah, I'm very surprised we got out. I had to fight off Hothead main decks, at least 3 aggro decks that don't exist, and Plunder. Like, all these would have been in our lineups last week if I didn't fight. We still had a Sun Disc, but we won.
Okay.
If I recall from the last show that we did that I had you on, you predicted your team to not even come out of groups.
Yeah, but like because of that, we were able to remove the Hothead deck.
Oh, gotcha. I gotcha. Okay. It's like 5-head strategy from Goddraw.
Yeah, 5. You can only play 3 though, so it's 3 head.
I think if you had a hothead, you would have been first.
We are first.
First, no, like you
First
would have
team.
won. Yeah,
Did
you'd
win.
have won everything by now.
Okay, and moving on to Group 3. By the way, in Group 2, we had TAHI miss playoffs by like 1 set. And in Group 3, we had AVG Noxus miss by 1 set. So coming out of Group 3, we had Broken Wombat and Bass Pro Shops. So Cameron Hanzo, how do you feel about, it's kind of a rivalry now, you used to be on that Bass Pro Shops lineup. Now you're getting out of playoffs in the same group with them. So how does it feel?
Well, like you said earlier, it was very, very close coming to the very end. It was very spicy to watch how things turn out. It was almost like hopeless for BPS after week 4, where they have like 2 wins behind, but then everything lined up on week 5 and they made it out. I'm actually quite happy they made it out because now I can thrill them to revenge. I'm excited.
Okay. Sick.
It's Cameron Hanzo's revenge arc.
Yeah.
I have a question for Group 3. How come Base Pro Shop is 2nd place? Like, you guys were both at like a big advance on them. All you had to do was like beat them 1 time so they don't win the whole tournament. What's your excuse?
Oh, you're asking Noxus.
Yeah, that's not our problem.
Asking Noxus in chat, just hoping that Zelu or someone's in the chat.
Or Broken Wombat. Did you beat Base Pro Shop every time you could?
So we only won once against them at like week 2 when I kind of brought some very adventurous decks, and then we lost to them next week in the group set, and at the deciding last week we also lost to them.
Yeah,
That's
the
how they
Reaper
got-
throw incident.
Well, when they win the whole thing, you'll know it's your group's fault.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think maybe that's an early sign of some people a little wary of Bass Pro Shops going into playoffs. But for Group 4,
I mean,
we have
I think I was
another.
going to up anyways.
Okay. We had another team that made it out on tiebreakers. Omega Law CE taking the top spot, and then Castaways taking that 2nd spot. NEM, this group has your, was pretty easy for you, no? You were dominating it all season.
Yeah, it was pretty easy. I honestly wish we swapped groups with like Lunatic Fringe, just so Lunatic could like finally have a chance at playoffs. But like, besides that, it was okay. Like, I really do wish we were in Group 3, and then so Fringe could have a chance. But yeah, it's all right.
Okay. Anyone else have any thoughts on this group before we move to the 2nd set of groups?
Sans snore soppy. Saw poppy.
Poppy.
I like your team.
I literally asked the captain, I forget what his name was, why they decided to go with that name, and the answer he gave me is, I don't even know. There's no meaning behind it. This is just something we just threw out on paper.
Yeah, I kind of wish like the sand was replaced with like another Yordle as well, like Timo, Snora, Spoppy.
Oh
They're
yeah.
also just fellow OSers, so there's no real coherency to the idea. It's just like all of us don't know what we're doing, so that makes sense.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So Shikate's owner Trinithan wants everyone to know that 9 Worlds qualifier players were in Group 1, and I don't know if you saw his tweet today, but he's saying that if you picked Shikate for first pick, you guys are gonna regret it. So
Everybody here wants them as first pick. Like literally everybody here.
Yeah, that's actually so true.
Yeah.
I mean, I have the lists, and I know that's not true. So, but a lot of them do.
Ooh.
A lot of the teams.
Throwing people under a bus right off the bat.
I mean, we just rolled the dice.
Okay, let's move on to the second set of groups. In Group 5, 6, 7, and 8, the top 2 teams from Group 5. This was like the banger group that everyone was watching every week, and it just never seemed to have any teams break away. But at the end, we had Targon's Valley coming out on top, and then Church of Tempo coming in second place. I'll start with Dragon, and then we'll move to Seabass. But Dragon, how'd you feel about this group?
Ooh, this group was back and forth a lot. Yeah, it was like really crazy how things went. Like we had a pretty bad week 1, but then we just kept it up the rest of the season, recovered. We were able to get a lot of wins, and we were able to win the clutch matches that we needed to win. And like every set, every game counted in the end, because in the end we got in because we had one more set win and like a barely better group game percentage, so that got us first seed.
Yeah, it was very close, very close. And Seabass, how'd you feel about this group and escaping this kind of group of death?
Yeah, going in, we thought this group was gonna be so free, but like, we thought it was just gonna be like Church of Tempo and RPG Crimson as top 2. We really underestimated the other 3 teams. They performed a lot better than we initially expected, so the group ended up being a lot harder than we thought, and we ended up really underperforming at the beginning.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
Cool. I think obviously any of the top 4 teams could have made it out, and it was a nail biter to the end. Turgan's Valley and Church Temple were like almost had the same exact score like the whole way around. It's kind of wild.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to Group 6. At the top, we have Beautiful Gamers and Wombat's Tempo coming out for playoffs, and Beautiful Gamers took that first spot right at the end of the season. How did that feel, Shadox, to get that first seed?
It was okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Surprising, I'll say.
Right.
We're used to being quite shit in the group
regular
rounds.
Season? Yeah.
Yeah. So seeing we actually get to potentially pick someone this time is pretty neat.
Yeah. I think your percentage is quite low, though, isn't it? It's like 4% or something. Yeah.
Yeah, but
there's a chance,
marbles.
There's chances. Right. It's all random at the end
Yeah,
of the day.
marbles always has my back.
Fridge.
Yeah,
Don't forget exclamation mark boost.
Okay. In Group 7, we have RPG Scarlet and ABG Targon making it out. Now, we don't have any representatives for those groups, for those teams. But does anybody have any thoughts on this group? I mean,
Yeah, we can fill in for them. Yeah, the
go
group
ahead.
looks as expected. Quag Business, amazing logo. Glad to see they're
Yeah.
not in the
Cheers,
bottom.
Zero.
So
I'm so sad they didn't make it. They
Yeah.
had the best logo.
yeah, but otherwise, yeah, I think. Hold on, let me just check the roster. I think it's like pretty much as expected. Yeah, seems to be.
I think Clag Business is honestly
Oh.
a bit better than ABG. Like you have Damien and then you have Underlight, and if you don't know Underlight, they've actually like topped the season almost 3 times, I think. So they've got a lot of good players.
Yeah,
So I think like
actually.
the ABG is like squeezing in there is a bit surprising, but at the same time, you do have like Pokeberry, and they're all in the same like region, so that also helps with prep. So
Yeah,
Also,
you know,
they're
when
like
you
the
have
APAC.
1,000 million teams, you have one that has to qualify.
Yeah, it was actually looking really shaky. It didn't look like any ABG teams were gonna make it out, and then one did. So all their
Yeah.
hopes on the one team.
I was also looking at the roster. I think the DMG would have been like my choice to be second. Like I guess before like everything, if I had to make like a list of who's getting out of groups, DMG looked really strong.
Well, they did. I think they were actually like topping their group after week 2, and then they kind of like didn't win another match after
Mm.
that. So it's unfortunate nosedive, but they do have Donut in Worlds, so you know,
Yeah,
take your
that's just
victories where you
swag business.
Yeah.
And in Group 8, the team that was kind of on everyone's radar because they were just dominating their group, and then they kind of fell off a little this last week. Puffcap Paddlers coming out at 10-2, and then TA Mind Splitters coming out in the second place. No reps from those teams here as well, but any thoughts on this group?
I'm very surprised Wobbly Hydra did bad. Like I felt like their team was like well positioned, and the group didn't look like a monster group like Group 1. But sometimes the cards don't fall your way.
I think they were tied with TA Mind Splitters going into the last week, and then the separation happened in the last week. So a little
I think
unfortunate, but
I
blame-
think the addition of Sorry and Mind Splitters also kind of helped as well. Because like if you remember last season, they didn't really do well. So like if you look back then, it's like, oh yeah, they might not do well anymore. But when you get someone who's also another EU player to help with Simon, you get a lot more coherency. And I think that's maybe why they topped too.
okay. Perfect. All right, guys. It's time to move on to the format explainer. So you all are here, except for Seabass, because your teams finished first. So because we can't fairly balance the groups, we use your overall record to seed your teams and give you a probability of getting first seed via a weighted lottery in marbles. So looking at the overall finishes for each team, we have RPGS getting 30% of the marbles, OCE getting 25%, TKG getting 15%, Broken Wombats getting 10%, TA Boomers getting 8%, PCP getting 6%, Beautiful Gamers getting 4%, and Targon's Valley getting 2%. Now,
No, we had a chance.
there's always a miracle that could happen, right? So that's part of the excitement of the marbles, right? But while I have you guys here on this screen,
Yes.
who's the worst first seed? Let's hear it.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Come on, let's hear the banter, guys. Who's the worst first seed?
Oh, let me actually look at the first seeds again.
They're right on
Yeah.
your screen.
Beautiful
They're right
gamers.
on your screen.
Yeah, I have to look at the
Oh.
roster.
Oh,
I'm just gonna pick
yeah.
the pink one. The pink one sucks.
Yeah, that's
True. I heard they have this weird guy named Shutux. I heard he really sucks.
Yeah, I heard he also like FTK'd Sir Hirsch turn 1 in Earth.
I didn't hear that one. I don't know what you're talking about. These are lies, man.
so no one's got any like really hot takes.
Well,
No one's gonna just
well
come out
for
here
me,
and say
these
it.
It's like,
7 teams are free since none of them is Bass Pro Shop.
Damn, you're a big Bass Pro Shots fan. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, us first seeds got to stick together. We're all great. It's the second seeds that suck.
Yeah, exactly, guys. It's true. Yeah, guys.
I
All
like
I'm saying
this.
is,
I'm
the
changing
second
my
seed-
vote to this.
Yeah, guys. All I'm saying is, if the second seeds were good, they'd be on the screen.
That's true.
Ooh.
That's very true.
I'm actually very surprised that Godrel saying that TKG would be the worst seed.
Oh
No, I said we wouldn't be
Oh,
here.
I mean, hey, I'll say that.
Hey, you'd be right.
Okay. Well, on that note, we're gonna send it over to Seabass, and he's gonna kind of roll the marbles for us, and we're gonna learn our fate within these next 3 minutes or so. So, Seabass, are you ready?
Yep. Let's go.
Okay, perfect. Let me transition. And
Oh my god.
let me
All
let
right.
me mute all the peanut gallery here. So, and whenever
Alrighty.
you're ready, you just go ahead.
Sounds good. What's up, chat? You guys ready? Let's see who makes it. So, at the beginning here, it's about whoever gets in with the best angle, right? Into this funnel. So it looks like TKG and OCE, even though they don't have as many marbles as RPG, actually have a good chance to make a good finish. Let's see if they can keep it up though, because the RPG marbles are coming through. TKG has a super strong commanding lead. An RPG marble is coming up in second though. We also have an OCE and another TKG. But this marble looks like it is going to go the distance unless something happens to slow them down. RPG, a squad of RPG marbles are trying to catch up. Will one of them be able to do it? This funnel is separating them, but TKG is still managing to hold up the lead. We have a PCP, a Broken Wombats, a TA Boomers. It looks like all the teams are pretty neck and neck. TKG still came back ahead after getting passed up by the RPG, but this merry-go-round could make the difference. The RPG is passed up to TKG. It's 3 versus 1. And it looks like RPG will take their rightful first place with TKG in second and PCP in third and OCE in fourth. And we'll have to see the final list to see what the other placings are.
Okay, perfect.
It'll be
perfect.
Yep.
I feel like you might have forgotten to put some beautiful gamer marbles somewhere there.
Yeah.
I didn't see Tarragon's Valley either. Kind
Yeah, hang on a second.
hmm.
Where are those
Kinda
at?
sus.
It looks like the first valley was in 26th.
Well, you know, not top 30, not terrible.
Wait,
But hey, at least you beat Beautiful Gamers.
Oh, we didn't go.
I don't know. This is looking like you added them late or something. I don't know.
Hey, could you
Threw 'em
scroll
in
to the
midway.
top real quick so we can figure out the order? So it's RPGS, TKG, PCP, OCE, Broken Wombats,
TA Boomers.
TA Boomers, and I think we're gonna have to scroll pretty far down. Valley, and then Beautiful.
Oh, it's just one? Oh, damn. I thought we were doing it every, like, 8 times.
No, it's just one. It's just
Yeah.
one. So while I, figure stuff out over here, how did you guys feel about the results?
Rigged.
Scammed.
Free.
Rematch.
Fair. It's always rigged, right?
Yeah, wasn't this like a warm-up kind of thing? My marbles need to warm.
Okay. We actually gave them a warm-up session, so if they didn't take advantage of that, that's on them.
And TKG won.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Oh, okay. So I think, what was it? PCP probably came out the best, right? They came in with like a 6% and they came in third. So like relative to their percentages, they came out the best, I think.
Yeah.
So I did ask you guys to stall, and then you all gave me one-word answers. So that's cool.
You want to?
Did you say stall? I think we should run another race just for fun.
Well, you know what? I'm down for it.
How about we count the marbles?
We can count the marbles.
We gotta see if some of these marbles are weighted. I don't know. I feel like
Yeah.
Seabass knew
Yeah,
who was
we need
going
a
into
we need
who
a
was
drug
like,
check.
We tied sandbags to beautiful gamers marbles.
Why is this PCP marbles on PEDs, huh? That's the reason.
We can't
Yeah.
reveal that information at this time.
I mean, it's in their name. They're doing PCP. They just drank a gallon of PCP and then they zoomed through.
They got the zoomies, bro.
That sounds illegal.
It might be.
Okay.
It's like, oh, we don't need steroids to, enhance our marbles. Let's just drink a gallon of PCP.
Yeah, I feel like my marble was replaced with like a bean or something. Kind of slow.
Yeah, for some reason, the teams with less marbles tended to score lower. It's really weird how that
That's
works.
crazy.
Yeah, that
I
is,
know, right?
that's
They
crazy.
had their shot. They didn't take it.
Yeah.
True.
They had one.
I mean, hey, they had it.
opportunity.
I mean, hey, they took their shot. It's just that shot was mediocrity.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You got Peggle? Let's play some Peggle.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
no longer need to
What
stall.
even is Peg?
I will reveal the brackets. This is where they are seated right now. I know, very interesting. You're learning a lot here,
Ooh.
but it does show you what top seeds are on the same side of the bracket. So, any thoughts early on here?
The top one is a bit scary. It's like a repeat from last season. That top four is just like wild.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? Huh?
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Well, looks like I'm not seeing Beautiful Gamers or RPG Scarlet to the finals, huh?
Okay.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know. We'll find out.
All right.
I feel like the top half is harder than the bottom half.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Just off of face value, I think the top half will be a complete and utter bloodbath. Just without their picks right now.
Yeah, we need to shuffle, I think.
Hey, no!
Was this bracket also weighted as well?
Exclamation mark shuffled.
Redo everything. Redo the marbles. Redo the back.
Yeah, we need to stop for time.
Okay. So, since
I'll be
RPGS
yours.
won first seed, let's talk about them real quick. Hirsch, what do we know about RPGS so far?
So RPG Scarlet, they got first seed. Their overall record was 12-3 in the regular season. Their group record was 9-3. One of the biggest players to watch is Floppy Mudkip 9-1. If you remember watching last seasonal that just occurred not too long ago, Floppy Mudkip was the big winner. He is the man has gone so far in his lore career, and he's in the zone right now, as I would say. He's just completely dominant.
Okay. Anybody have any thoughts on this team or Floppy in general before I announce who they picked?
I love them.
They are based.
Okay. Perfect.
They're a pretty good team. I think Card Gamer is slightly being a bit more recognized. Like, I feel like he's maybe the most underrated on that team. But this team is just like scary to look at overall.
Okay. Perfect.
Oh,
Perfect.
I have a question for any red pup in the chat. Is that a is that a hat or a hood on the dog? Is it like wearing a raincoat kind of thing, or is it like wearing a hat?
That's a good
I
question.
don't know. It's a Twitch emote.
I'm pretty sure it's a hat.
It just
So-
looks like a beanie. Yeah.
Card Gamer says it's a beanie, so it's confirmed.
All right, cool.
So for those of you that don't know, by the way, this is Pete Hash's company. It's a board game company, I believe, and the logo they used was Pete Hash's dog.
Bog. Okay.
Cute.
On that note, let's see who they picked for their first overall pick, and it is no surprise to anyone. Shikate.
Is it Shikate?
I told you guys.
So, how do we
So-
feel about this pick? Oh, let's talk about the team
Yeah,
first.
smart.
So with Shikate, they were the second seed in Group 1. Their overall record, 9-6 in the regular season, and their group record was 8-4. One of the players to watch, hopefully I don't butcher this, I hope the Y is silent, Rebellion. He went 6-4 in the regular season. he is also a very solid player. This team has had changes in their rosters over the 3 seasons that we've had, but overall they're still teams that, to no surprise to anybody, still makes it to playoffs. So I would not be surprised if they keep going further than they do last season.
Okay. Anybody else have any thoughts on that? Okay.
It's a pretty straightforward pick. I think majority of the players had actually a negative like individual win rate as well. I think maybe 2 of them. So I think like power level wise, it's probably the best first pick you could do.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So let's hop back to the bracket real quick while I do some stuff. So early on, do we think Shikate? Let's say Shikate makes it past round 1. Do they make it past round 2?
Hell yeah.
I think it depends on them. Like for me, the weakness of Shikate is that they care. Like they do all these tweets where they're like they do the banter and stuff, and then they do tweets when they win, and it's like they care so much. How can you care so much and play well?
I don't know. I feel like it's pretty normal. No,
I don't care one bit when I play.
I don't know. Like when you care, you just you win. I don't know. Like Kobe cared, right?
You start like seeing a shadow over every tree. You're like, oh, maybe they have this, and I don't know. I like playing against people that care.
Whoa, who told you I'm bringing Bandletree?
I mean, hey, Godra, all I'm saying is you did care enough to get rid of the hotheads.
It's true, but there's a limit. I'm not playing to lose.
Okay. I just did all the matches, by the way, and we have some insanely spicy matches. Okay, next up, TKG, the Group 2 first seed. How do we feel about this team, Hirsch?
So overall, they went 11-4 in the regular season. Their group record 8-4. Players to watch is Wikar going completely 6-0, undefeated in the season with his sets. This is a very solid overall team. I don't know what Godra was smoking when he said that he didn't think that this team was going to make it. His own team was going to make it out of groups.
We're a bunch of randos. Those 6-0 from Wekar, he brought Sundisk 3 times. 3 times.
Okay. So he's cracked. That's what you're saying.
That's what I'm hearing.
One or the other.
Okay.
But another recognition for this team is that we also have a Worlds qualifier for EMEA on this team with Smooth Swollest as well.
Swole is okay.
Okay. All right, and for who they picked in the second matchup, we have ABG Targon, the Group 7 second seed. Go ahead, Hirsch.
From AVG Targon, they went 9-6 in the regular season, 8-4 with their group overall record. One of the biggest players to watch on this team is Zesen. I don't know too much about this team. The only player that I'm familiar with on this team is Ryan, and from the stuff I've seen with Ryan, he's a very solid player. Even though he is just a sub, he claims to just be a sub for them. I still think that this team is very solid overall, though.
Okay, perfect.
2 things. Our first pick was Shikate, and the player to watch on this team is Zesen. Has anyone heard this name before?
Yes, he's right on the screen. What do you mean?
It's true. He topped the playoffs of the Aegis. Sorry.
I mean, he had a good record in the regular season. That's why he got recognized, tough group, but I wouldn't sleep on him. That's all I'm saying, It's easy to talk, but until it actually happens.
It's easy to top too.
Okay.
I was contracted by Ace to be very, very arrogant, so I'm doing it for the TKG.
Oh,
I'm usually nice.
Got you. I like that. So on that note, I'm not. Anyway, let's just. And next we have PCP, Group 8 first seed. You want to talk about this team?
Hopefully that wasn't a spoiler.
Well, I guess you'll never know. I guess you'll never know.
Maybe it's a bluff. Who knows?
Yeah.
So we have Puffcap Peddlers. As we said earlier, they were a team that was dominating the beginning of the season. They went undefeated, but they couldn't hold that undefeated record for the entirety of the season, unfortunately. They went 10-5 in the regular season, 10-2 in their group record. One of the players to watch on this roster is the Tank Buster. The Tank Buster, most of this roster was the old Omega roster. I believe half of it, actually, if I'm not mistaken. These players, the Tank Buster, Prodigy, they're by far extremely scary. Prodigy being a seasonal winner, I believe, or the Tank Buster going pretty far in the Worlds qualifiers. By far, this team is absolutely scary in my opinion.
By pretty far, you mean like top 6, right?
Did they top 16? Because otherwise, that's a sly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot. Tank Buster did top 16. My bad. I am sorry, Tank. Even though I did produce and watch your matches the whole way, I'm sorry, Tank Buster.
You know what, Hirsch? These things happen.
They do. I swear.
Okay, and then let's see who they picked. Oh, it's Castaways.
Wow.
Group 4.
Wow, I
way.
did not see this coming at all. So Castaways from Group 4B, their second seed, their overall record 9-6, their group record 8-4. One of the players to watch is Samson, another scary player. One of the guys in Worlds qualifiers. Even though he was in the losers bracket, he was so close to being able to, or he actually did. I'm sorry, he did qualify for Worlds in the losers bracket. This man, both these players are also very scary as well. Ace, holy shit, I'm losing my words. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Ace is completely a wild card person. You never know what this man is going to do. He's, in my opinion, he's almost on the level of Conch. This man will bring something completely out of left field like Fizz Action and just make it work and just completely dominate it.
Okay. Sick.
Can I butt in? And
I don't
say
want to
that
be
Yeah.
too mean, but he didn't qualify, just so that people know.
Oh,
He lost in the last round, but yeah.
Not only that, but like Ace kind of brings very predictable stuff if you just like look. He might bring something weird like Fizzarshan, but I think out of all the players, he's the most predictable. I would probably be like the most scared of Samson. Like Samson is probably their most underrated player, and their range is almost like off the charts. So if anything, I can just see like Samson 3-0 this team because they get like disrespected.
My bad. I completely butchered the name. It was Samson in Worlds, not Samson. Sorry, my bad.
Jeez, this guy.
I'm sorry.
Okay, well, on that note, let's move to our fourth matchup, our fourth seed, Omega Lol CE.
Yeah.
How did we feel about this?
Megalo CE going 12-3 in their grouping, Group 4's first seed. Their group record being 9-3. One of the players to watch is Spids. I think, in my opinion, everybody's always looking at Eniamor and Fake Hero, but I think Spids is like kind of their secret weapon. Spids is a very solid overall player. I've had the pleasure of being able to sit back and watch her play games, and just the way she just thinks out her lines, it's just it's completely amazing to me. I've learned a lot from Spids as well.
Yeah, 9-1. That's kind of nuts, right? Like,
Yeah, absolutely nuts.
So, NEM, or did you want to, maybe tell us who you picked?
Oh yeah. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
wait. Let me DM you. Sorry, I forgot. Just so we're on the same page.
Oh my god.
No, I'm pretty sure it's right. Yeah, that's the one.
He's sliding him a
So-
piece of paper over the
So I
table
can,
right
I can
now.
say it, right? It's not like
Yeah. Go ahead and say. Go ahead and say.
Okay. Yeah, so our first pick was taken away, which was Shikate, unfortunately. But luckily, we have our second pick, which is Church of Tempo. So I'm pretty happy to see it.
So, Church of Tempo being Group 5 second seed, their overall record in the Group of Death 9-6. Their group record being 7-5. One of the players to watch, Blue God 7-3. Blue God is a very solid overall player. I see them top ladder pretty much the majority of every season.
Hey, Blue God was definitely. Blue God has some interesting decks as well. Like he's the only person I think in our group who brought J4 to the stage.
Yeah. They're like a pretty good team. Honestly, the main reason why we picked them is because I know if I play Shellfolk or Infinite a few days prior into like Seabass or Turtwigs, we've already destroyed their mental. So like that's the main reason we picked them, and I'm happy that that's going to be the case.
Yeah, that's true.
You have anything to say in response, Seabass?
I mean, he's right. I can't stand that shit. But I think it'll be a fun match. They're all bros, so I'm looking forward to our sets.
Perfect,
All right.
Perfect.
Oh, I guess we're not moving on.
No, we are.
Oh, we are? Okay.
On that note, let's move over to our next matchup. Our 5th seed, Broken Wombats.
So, Broken Wombats, Group 3 first seed, overall record 11-4, 9-3 in their groups. One of the players to watch is Broken Ball. Broken Ball is honestly a very scary EU player, in my opinion. He is extremely big in the Italian community. He's also playing on EU as well. His team also just made it out of groups as well. Just overall, B-Ball playing with Simon, or just that little scrim group that they have in REO. It's a very scary group over there, and they're just completely solid. And that's pretty much it.
Okay. Perfect.
I have something to say. Can we, as a community, not let EU win AM Aegis? Please? We're all here. Like, we're all against them. So
I mean,
just don't let them win.
I mean,
only if we win EMEA Aegis, you know.
just saying.
Yeah, Kevin's winning EMEA Aegis.
Just saying. In the past, EU has not won a single America's Aegis.
Okay. Let's keep it like
I
this.
can't validate that. Wait, no, that makes sense actually. Yeah,
Because
we
had
and Beautiful Gamers, right? So
Yep.
Yep.
okay, Cameron, I know you're right next to a marching band right now.
Okay.
We're
good now. We're good.
Okay, do you want to announce who you picked?
I'll do it. Yeah, so our first pick was Chicane. Surprised.
Yes.
Our second was AVG.
Mm-hmm.
And then our pick actually was third. And so our pick is actually Wombat's Tempo.
True.
Wombat
Civil
War.
Wombat Civil War.
You'd rather
Actual
team
crazy.
kill than play against base pro shop. Are you serious right now?
It's so crazy. What the heck?
They couldn't pick Bass Pro Shop.
No, they can. Oh no, you're right.
Yeah,
can't.
they could have.
No, they can't. They can't. They're in
can't.
the same group.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
Wait, this is your third pick? God damn.
Your pardon.
So, Wombats Tempo, Group 6 second seed, overall record 10-5, their group record being 8-5. One of the players to watch, Milk, going 5-3 in his season run. Milk is a very, very dangerous player. The man runs on no sleep, energy drinks, and pizza. He played for Frozen Monks along with Cameron Hanzo, and I'm sure Cameron can even vouch for this. This man would completely do reverse sweeps for Frozen Monks just on no sleep at all, and probably on like 5 monsters. He is absolutely dangerous in my opinion.
It's not 5 monsters.
To
Like 12.
himself.
Last time I counted, there's like 12 monsters near your stack. So
There's 12. He drank 12 monsters before his match. Jeez.
That's how you die.
Yeah. So what was the insight on picking this team third, Cameron?
I honestly have no idea. I didn't really engage with the team picking.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of follow what they think.
Oh,
And
okay.
apparently they think Wombat's tempo is the third easiest. So here we are.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Well, on that note, let's move on to our 6th seed, TA Boomers.
Okay, TA groomers. I'm sorry, TA boomers.
Okay, dude.
I'm sorry. I have a very bad stuttering problem. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, hurts.
So TA Boomers, Group 1 first seed, overall record 11-4, group record 8-4. Players to watch is Sir Turman going 7-1. Sir Turman is absolutely he's a very solid LATM player. He is probably one of the more well-known players in the LATM scene besides 4LW, which is also on this roster. This whole LATM roster is just a very, very scary one to deal with, in my opinion.
Okay.
I agree. It was one of our last picks as well.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. So we don't have any TA Boomers representatives here, but you know, I kind of have some questions for them. And the question is, why did we have another team kill? TA Mind Splitters is their pick.
Oh my god!
Oh my
seed.
god.
They could have chosen Bass Pro Chef. See, nobody wants to play against them.
You know what? Before I go over this team, I want to take it back. This bottom half of the bracket. Woo!
Yeah,
Hey, this just got
Yeah,
pretty
it's gonna be
spicy.
bangers.
This bottom
Team
half of the
kills.
bracket. Jeez, man. All right, TA Mind Splitters, Group 8 second seed. Their overall records 11-4. Their group record being 8-4. One of the players to watch is Kazubi going 6-2. Like I said earlier, some of these people are from the REO roster from EMEA. One of the scary REO or one of the scary EMEA teams, in my opinion. Overall, this EUTA team is just absolutely scary, especially with Simon, Sari, Kazubi. They're going to be a force to reckon with.
Yeah.
Sorry for what?
Okay, dude. Nice one. Nice one. Yeah, I think this is it's up there for probably the best second seed. It's definitely one of the teams in contention for that. So this is a nightmare, I would say, for TA Boomers. Just so since they're not here, I'll tell you that they first picked APG Targon, and then Castaways, and then Church of Tempo, and then Wombat's Tempo, and now I think it's their 5th pick, TA Mind Splitters. So
Jeez.
everybody so far has gotten, I think, top 3 pick, and then they had to go all the way to 5th.
That's wild.
Yeah, it is.
I think it's
I
a
wonder
good
what's
fifth
the
pick,
last
though.
pick.
What'd you say?
I said, I wonder what's the last pick for almost every team.
I'll just say the team that you're thinking of was only last picked by 3 teams. So
So it's like half.
yeah, about half. But what'd you say, Annie?
Oh no, I think it's kind of like it makes sense that they put them around number 5. I think like maybe a lot of the other groups decided that Mind Splitters would be around that area. That's what we did at least as well. Because I think you have like 2 really good players, and then Mephonical's like pretty decent. Plays mostly Fab, and then Kazubi I don't really think people know much about, and like I haven't really seen any like standout stuff from them. So I think that makes sense having them around, the 5th seed. So it makes sense that they're team killing, right? Especially this late in the bracket.
Okay, question. Why TA Mind Splitters over TA Discipline?
I think maybe because AJ, Fansora, Makinada, and James just look like a stronger team altogether. And maybe they're going off this idea that there isn't really much of a dynamic in Mind Splitters, because that's pretty important. If you don't really have a dynamic and there's 2 people from Europe and 2 people from Americas, you're not really sure how much prep they're putting in. So that could be maybe the reason why.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Next, we have our 7th seed, Targon's Valley.
Hey, yo, Targon's Valley, Group 5's first seed coming out of the group of death, 9-6. Their group record being 7-5. One of the players to watch is Stolen Conch, the madman himself, the man, the myth, the legend that brought 9x Paparo.
And won a set with it as well.
Did he win? Yeah, that was my question.
He
Did
actually
win?
won.
It
He
was out
actually
of group
won a
set, but he still won. Also, I'm pretty sure he's the only player in our group who can say that they have a set win with Rumble Orn as well.
Okay. Okay.
Conch is one of those players that should not be able or be
Like
allowed
that,
to. No, he should not be able to deck build. The man just comes up with something completely random. He's like, I honestly wonder if he's like, I wonder what I could actually make work or just throw together and just make it work. And
Hey
he
man,
just
all
does.
I'm saying is, for the last week, we had a lot. We found some really like on the top ladder decks and threw in 3 Viparo, and then Conch said nah and just made 3 Viparo decks instead and brought that instead.
Classic.
He is also the first person, and I'm still cursing him for this. To bring a 6x champion deck with one ofs, and just because he wanted to have a pile named after him.
The Dresbo pile.
No, it's the Conch pile though.
Yeah, it was the
Yeah.
con.
Oh, it's a Dresbo pile played by Conch. It's not the same thing.
No. It was different champs, so completely different.
He brought three
All right.
6 champ decks that week.
Oh, yes, this is.
Oh,
true.
he brought 3 of them. That's
Yes, this was back when we had to manually check decks, and I honestly had to break out like a piece of paper and a pen and actually like manually check this to make sure it was legal. It took me at least like 15 minutes to check just Conch's lineup alone.
Yeah.
Hey, we appreciate your service, Hirsch. All right, so
All right.
should we talk about who our team picked?
Yeah, I do want to preface that surprisingly, even though you were the 7th pick, you got your 2nd pick. That's
Yeah,
pretty
I
crazy.
was not expecting that in any way, shape, or form. So our first pick was Shikate, who we didn't end up getting. And then our second pick was you wanna roll the thing.
Yeah. There you go.
EA Discipline was our second pick, and we thought for sure they'd go out. Someone else would pick them up. But hey, we'll take it.
agree. I don't understand why people like. Are you guys scared of those guys? We played against them. They're not scary. But why are you scared?
We're not scared, man. We picked them second.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's our 3rd pick, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean,
But,
I
like-
feel like you probably didn't pick them because they're in your group.
Oh, it's true. We couldn't. Yeah. But the other TA like Mind Splitters look so much more scary. I didn't understand that pick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but anyways, Hirsch, you can do your spiel.
My guess is it's a typo. They wrote the wrong name in the thing.
Nah, who knows, man.
Alrighty. TA Discipline, Group 2 second seed, overall record 9-6, their group record going 7-5. One of the players to watch is I can't even pronounce his name. Matt.
McCantor?
Red, help me out here.
Macentor.
Yeah, you're talking
Thank
about
you.
McCantor?
Yes, thank you, jeez. Going 6-0 in his run. Honestly, this team is also a very solid team.
6-4.
They were all 3 of these players are McCantor, Fansora, and AJ. They were both on the VGD Discipline roster last season, and the VGD Discipline roster made an extremely commendable run throughout playoffs. I believe they almost made it past the halfway point of playoffs, and they decided that they were going to throw some spice into it by adding the resident coin flip player of the league, James, and having that spice, honestly, in having that coin flip can actually mean a lot, in my opinion. This team is, like I said, very solid. I would not be surprised if how far they would make it this season.
Yeah, hey, all I'm saying is, Hirsch, you can take James out of Space Poggers, but you can't take the Space Poggers points out of James.
Very true. Very true. Okay. If you guys have been keeping score at home or on Ikato stream, then you know what our last matchup is. But we should do with the formalities anyway.
Wait,
Our eighth.
I don't know what it is.
Oh, you will. The 8th seed, Beautiful Gamers.
Alrighty, beautiful gamers. Group 6 first seed and our season 0 champions. Going overall record 10-5, group record 8-4. One of the players to watch is Mr. Cephalopod himself. Mr. Cephalopod is very creative in his deck building, and pretty much like Conch, he's able to get away with a lot of stuff that he honestly shouldn't.
I think that's false. He used to do it, but I checked his decks like every week, and he plays almost only tier 1s now. But he still recognizes like a crazy person like Conch.
But he's still able to like throw in his own flair into the decks. Like he's not neck decking. He's like making his own. He's turning these decks into his own.
Yeah.
That's
so,
true.
So wait, let's get Shadox in here. You know, it is his team. Shadox, how do you feel about your group, and then you can lead into why you first picked this next team.
Okay, so our group, I don't think our group was like one of the like easy groups. It was like pretty close overall. But yeah, I liked our group. It was fun, and leading into our first pick, we're going to be playing against Bass Pro Shops.
Yeah, that is such a banger matchup, dude.
This was your first pick?
That was
Yes.
definitely his first pick. Yeah.
This is actually wild. But Bass Pro Shops Group 3 second seed, overall record going 10-5, group record 7-4. One of the players to watch is M-Tuck. Pretty much, even through Frozen Monks, M-Tux is a complete monster. He's just a very solid overall player. He knows his matchups tables. He does a lot of his homework, and he's ready to come back with this team and finally make his attempt at winning finals this year. Even though his team made semis, or his team came in second place last season. Sorry, he's ready to come.
I gotta say, this is a genuine tragedy. Like, it's a genuine tragedy that this is happening in the first round. It's going to be the strange matchup. I can just say it now. This is what if like before this draw, some people would have picked this as the finals.
Yeah,
Like,
this is finals.
Yeah. So the fact that this is happening in the first round, it's gonna be a banger, but it's gonna be so bittersweet.
Hey man, think about the content though.
Oh,
yeah,
I know,
the
I know.
content.
That's
I mean,
why-
they were gonna like lose later on anyway, so we might as well just speed it up, right?
Okay. All right. I mean, sure.
All right.
Gotta steal Aikado's viewers, you know.
All right, Red. I'm gonna start a little bit of banter here. What's your hot take? Who's gonna win this match?
Me?
Yeah.
Look, we've seen it happen before. I've seen M-Tuck's reaction to Beautiful Gamers. Remember, M-Tuck, like, BPS played Beautiful Gamers in the cross-group match. And what happened when I made the schedule and I posted it, M-Tuck's literally DM'd me and he's like, these matches don't determine whether we get out of playoffs, right? Because we have to play against Beautiful Gamers. So I'm worried about their confidence going into Beautiful Gamers. And for that reason, they're also, Beautiful Gamers is also going to have the World's a winner on their team next week. So, yeah, I'm going to have to go with Beautiful Gamers.
Just smooth at the same time as well. I'm not saying smooth will win worlds.
Well, I had to add extra banter. You understand? Like, so it's like more shitting on BPS. It's whether I believe it or not, right? So.
True.
Same. I think BPS is gonna win.
Hey man, I can't bet against my boy M-Tux, so I gotta vote for that as well. Sorry, Shadox.
All right. Well, on
Ooh.
that note, we have our bracket live at the top. RPGS versus Shikate. Next, Beautiful Gamers versus Bass Pro Shops. After that, Omega LCE and Church of Tempo. And our fourth match, Broken Wombat versus Wombat's Tempo. Fifth match, Team K Gaming AVG Targon. Sixth match, Targon's Valley and TA Discipline. Seventh match, Puffcap Peddlers and the Castaways. And finally, TA Boomers versus TA Mind Splitters. Some important things to note before we get into discussion. All the TA teams are on the bottom half of the bracket. and the I know you guys were hyping up the bottom half of the bracket, but after that last match, do we still think the top half of the bracket is the best side of the bracket? Or the toughest side of the bracket, I would say.
Okay, as a member of the bottom half of the bracket, yes.
Okay.
Completely unbiased opinion, by the way.
All of these matches looks like bangers. I'm just so confused that in a format where you get to pick who you play against, we have 2 team kills.
Yeah.
Hey, all I'm saying is you gotta show that you're the better TA or Wombat
Yeah.
team. You gotta
You
assert
gotta cash
dominance.
their paychecks.
Yeah.
No. You see, we actually didn't have paychecks to get to the finals. We had to make some budget cuts early on. That's why this happened.
I'll just say that I know for sure that these TA teams did not talk to the owner of TA because he would have never allowed this to happen. He would 100% never let this happen.
I could see Prots just ripping out his hair right now. He's like, "What is going on?"
Prots just sees negative $100 at the bottom. Oh, that's so funny.
Oh man.
So, I mean, like, obviously, the highlight matches, Beautiful Gamers, Bash Pro Shots, TA Boomers, TA Mind Splitters. Is there any, and the Wombats, is there any other matchup that you think is going to be an upset in, like, the team that picked, the first seed actually just mispicked?
PCP.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Why is that? You just think Kaw's better? Or...
No. I don't think Cole's good, but I think Samson's really good. I think Samson is really good. So yeah, that's all. Like I think Samson can really upset it. And the thing with PCP is like they're good players. I think Tank Buster might actually be one of the best players in the game, but it's not consistent. Like it's sometimes like he will go to Worlds and then sometimes he'll 0 and like 10 ladder, right? So I think like PCP, even though they look pretty good, there is a slight chance, like last time they were in play-ins, even though it was Omega, that they might just lose because they underestimate Castaways.
Okay. Okay.
Tank's gonna be like a extra prep too, right? So
yeah,
he'll probably be like ready to play. So
yeah, I'll also. I did also call him the greatest NA player, like in Ikado's chat. So you know, I kind of have to go with PCP on this one. So you know, we see our top half, bottom half of the bracket. Who's getting the finals? I mean, it's gonna be tough. But anybody have any early predictions?
You know, I think this team, Targon's Valley, I think they have a pretty good shot.
Okay. Who would you play against then?
Oh god, I have to think about that, huh? Oh, RBP Scarlet, I think they have some really good players up there. And I mean, they had the best overall record, so I think they have a pretty good chance.
Okay. Anybody else have any thoughts?
Who do you think, Red?
Who I think?
Yeah.
Beautiful Gamers and TA Boomers in finals.
I think it's going to be Beautiful Gamers and PCP in finals. That's my opinion.
Oh, wow.
I don't. I think PCP loses round 2, and the reason is because they really struggled in some of their matches towards the end of the season. Their momentum is kind of dead. I
think the reason that they may have struggled in the last season is because like they realized that they already had a secured playoff or a secure seed from like early on. So it's like, all right, guys, let's just we can take our foot off the gas pedal a little bit. We can relax. We don't have to like blow all of our energy out right now.
Yeah,
they also probably prepped for Worlds as well. That's probably it. Like the last week, I know that we didn't do any prep because we just focused on Worlds, so that was probably the reason why PuffCaps lost a couple rounds.
Gotcha. All right. Go ahead. Gotcha.
In my opinion, it's annoying because RPG Scarlet, Beautiful Gamers, and Bass Pro Shops are the one I would like to see in the finals, but they're in the worst spot possible in the bracket, so it's literally impossible.
What about Ose? Goddraw. Ose is right there as well.
Who?
Oh,
No, that's not a trash.
man.
I didn't
Oh,
hear.
God.
I didn't hear. I swear. I swear. Which team you're talking about?
I
Home?
can't believe I got Omega Lord with the Omega Lord. Oh my goodness.
No. I didn't hear. I swear to God. What's the team that you said? I didn't hear.
It's fine.
He said he said his team. He said his team.
Oh, Omega Lol C.
Yeah.
Eh.
It's true.
Okay. I don't know if anybody's been perusing Twitter, but somebody was not happy about their draw.
Who is it?
Was it?
I didn't make the
Ooh.
tweet yet, so it's not me.
Let me see if I can pull this up on stream real quick. Hold on.
Oh,
I'm
we're
saying a
seeing
shout out.
the
You got your
team.
first pick. I think you should be happy.
Yeah, but it feels better winning marbles and getting the first pick, you know?
You know what? That's fair.
So we should just redo the marbles, just like we said earlier, and then redo all this again.
And then we do it again.
You know
yeah.
what?
I'm down.
You know what? Just scrap the tournament. Scrap it. We're done. I don't want it.
Yes.
Bye,
All right,
bye.
guys.
Was fun.
Tournament adjourned. No winner. Thanks for your money. We'll catch you later.
I can't read this.
Oh, is it too small? I could try to make it bigger. It's it's tweet size, so.
Dang. Dang, I wonder who this could be. So I'm all thinking about this.
Cringe.
So yeah,
Someone's a sore loser.
sore loser.
No, no,
Yeah, it's kind of aggressive. I would say it's pretty aggressive of a tweet, but you just gotta win, right? If you want to win, you gotta beat all the teams, right? That's what I always say. So
yeah, just don't let your Nexus get destroyed, you know?
yeah, exactly.
I'm just happy Aikato didn't who Megalore was. At least he recognizes it. Unless it's the tempo he's talking about, and then I'm just gonna cry.
This Twitter's a slide to 24 people. 24 of us are annoyed at this tweet.
But what if he's talking about broken wombats?
Oh, true.
Now, guys, it's pretty obvious he's talking about Shikate as the other team, you know?
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But who's the
Okay.
third team at that point?
No, it's like Shikate, RPG Scarlet, and Beautiful Gamers. Those are the three teams.
But he's not.
You can't play
he
through
doesn't have
all
to.
of them, though.
Yeah, he has to play through
Yeah, I
one
mean-
of those teams.
I mean, he's playing through one of them in spirit because they got beat by the other team they're playing against, you know?
Mind games. I see.
You know what this honestly sounds like to me? This kind of sounds like a skill issue.
It does.
It's just a marbles diff.
Dude, marbles was just this guy like that.
Okay. I might have just commented that it was a skill issue underneath this tweet. So on that note, does anybody have any final thoughts on this bracket?
Redo. That's the only thing I don't like this at all.
Redo.
Like, why do you want to redo when you got one of your top picks and you're gonna lose anyways to them?
Exactly. Hey man, all I'm saying is we got pick 7th. We still got our second pick. We're pretty happy with this. I'm fine with this.
I honestly, in my opinion, I think there's just like on both sides of the bracket, there's no free matches on either side. It's gonna take a lot of hard work for a lot of these teams.
They're just trying to be nice.
The free matchup is whenever team loses to not shimming their decks at midnight.
Oh, true. Actually, true.
But you know what? They do get the special prize from me.
You know what? Playoffs is the best time to get the special prize. It can help you out,
True.
guys. All I'm saying.
It might.
You know what? Besides, you know what? You just 3-0 them anyways. It doesn't matter if you get the special prize. You know.
All right. On that note, we're gonna send it out. Thank you guys for joining us, all the guests, and it was a fun show.
Oh,
Lots
wait.
Yeah.
We have one more special announcement, Red.
Oh my God. Okay, go ahead. It's fine.
All right, guys. It is finally happening. We are finally. Who just
Yeah.
left?
I don't know.
I thought.
Screw the announcement.
I honestly
See you later,
thought Red.
Hanzo.
Oh,
I thought
Hanzo.
Red. I thought Red left just to cut me off.
Hanzo said he had to go to class, so that's why.
All right. It is finally happening, guys. Red and I are finally getting to meet each other. We're also doing a completely cool Aegis meetup in Florida, Wednesday, December 21st. More info to come as it is available to us. But if you would like to meet us, if you live in the Florida area and you would like to meet us and hang out with us, pay attention to the announcements because we'll be announcing what we'll be doing there. It's going to be me, Red, our producer, Wookie Monster, and Card Gamer as well, and possibly Dragon as well, too.
Oh, you see, Hirsch, that's the day after my flight leaves, so you hate to see it.
Well, never mind that.
Also, I have been informed. Also, Hirsch, I have to say, I have been informed by my team that I'm not meeting my trash talk quota, so it looks like I got to step things up.
Okay.
So I think it's going to be an easy game. So you know what? You mentioned earlier that there were no free games, but I think there is one that you forgot to mention, which is us versus TAD. I think that's going to be pretty free.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
When's
Well,
the meetup gonna be?
he said it'll be December 21st.
Wednesday, December 21st.
It'll be
Gonna
probably Orlando,
cover-
Florida.
Are you gonna cover travel for us?
No, that's the fun part.
Oh.
It's if you're in Florida for Christmas. If not, then don't come.
I mean, Cephalopod can try to sneak onto my flight while I'm on the way there.
If it's in Orlando, you should meet up at the biggest McDonald's and Chuck E. Cheese. That would be a vibe.
Yeah, that would
Go
be.
to Chuck E.
True.
That'd be an
Cheese.
insane vibe.
Dude, the world's largest McDonald's is basically Chuck E. Cheese. Come on.
In fact, I would
They've
say
got McDonald's
EMEA
pizza.
players should just fly out to experience that. Like,
For real.
like it's
Hey, as a
Florida
Florida resident,
has CC's
no.
pizza. That place is great.
No, just don't.
No, don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. It's based. It's based. Orlando's.
I mean, hey,
a really
if you're
nice place.
experiencing the snow, it is a great place. When you're experiencing the snow and the cold, and you want to be someplace warm, it's when you're experiencing it every day, it kind of loses its magical charm, you know.
There's a reason why I moved out of there after 17 years.
All right. Well,
You know what, Hirsch, I'm gonna follow your example as soon as I can.
Hey, yo, based.
Yep.
all right. Well, on that note, thank you guys for coming, and thank you everybody for watching, and have a great week. Good luck to everyone in round 1. It'll be banger for sure.
Don't forget to pay attention to Thursday for our stream, or Friday for our stream of the AM the AM playoffs, Beautiful Gamers versus Bass Pro Shop, and over on the EMEA side on Saturday as well.
Yep. All right. Good luck, guys, and good night.
Hey, thanks a lot. Have a good one.
Good night.